The video is shot from a distance, but what happens is unmistakable.
Let him go!
Multiple cell phone cameras rolled at the Fruitvale BART station as transit police handcuffed 4 young men on New Year's Day 2009. The men were already seated, at least one handcuffed. Police forced 22-year-old Oscar Grant to the ground, face down, handcuffing him. Officer Johannes Meserly draws what he says he thought was his taser. But listen. It was his handgun.
He just shot him!
The point-blank shot by the white officer into the back of the unarmed Oscar Grant killed him. Violent and fiery protests erupted in the wake of Grant's death amid cries of police brutality against African-American men. The officer was arrested and charged with murder. The city was riveted by the trial, and then came the verdict. Guilty of a lesser charge, involuntary manslaughter. The nerve touched again. That was 2010, and the officer is now a free man, spending less than a year behind bars. Here in Oakland, Oscar Grant's death represents the very worst of gun violence and racism. His case may be over, but the problem is not. Today's Oscar Grant has a new name, Treyvon Martin.
Hey, what's up, y'all? King JB here. You know how it is. Anyway, today I'm gonna bring up a topic. You guys just saw the video of the Oscar Grant murder. It blows my mind that this cop has done under a year. It blows my mind. Now, let me make this clear, because I know a lot of y'all are going to say, well, you didn't support Treyvon Martin this way. And you're right. I didn't support Treyvon Martin. And it's because we don't know what the fuck exactly happened with Treyvon Martin. And I see MSNBC trying to compare the two. CNN trying to compare the two. Like Oscar Grant and Treyvon Martin is the same thing. No, they're not. Treyvon Martin, we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? We could sit here and say, yeah, I understand. The liberal side says that Treyvon Martin was just getting some candy and he didn't attack George Zimmerman. And maybe that's right. And I know the people that support George Zimmerman, or at least the legal system, is saying, well, there's no proof that George Zimmerman just shot him, cold blood. And I agree with that, but it really doesn't matter. We have video evidence of what happened to Oscar Grant. Oscar Grant was brutally murdered. Not manslaughtered, murdered by a cop. Cold blood. And this cop does less than a year. I've done more than a year for beating up a cop. And this motherfucker does less than a year for murdering this young boy? Nah, that's disgusting. I can't even believe that we rolling with that. I can't even believe that we allowing that as a society. Everybody talking about this damn revolution. And I'm going to get into the revolution eventually soon too, because the revolution is a government psyop to get us to hate each other, black and white, to prevent us from a revolution against them. And I will get into that soon as well. But y'all need to understand something, man. If we going to